Hello everyone, this is Amrita. Choosing a right stream after 10th is an important task for every student. The stream that he or she chooses after 10th will play a huge role in determining his or her career. And in today's video, we'll be having a glance of commerce stream. This video is useful for students pursuing 10th, PU, graduation, or any course dealing with commerce. So let's start our learning. We'll be focusing on the questions that almost all students try to figure out. We'll be discussing what commerce stream is all about, what are the subjects to be studied in commerce, what are the various courses offered after PU, and of course, job opportunities. So starting with the first question, what is commerce stream all about? It is a stream which students who have an interest in the field of finance or business consider taking up after completing 10th. Students who are looking forward to pursue career in commerce have a wide range of choices before them. What attracts many students to choose commerce is the diversity that commerce as a stream provides. It is a gateway that leads the students towards various professional courses after completing class 12th. We'll be discussing the professional courses later in this video. Moving on to the next question, what are the subjects to be studied in commerce? Well, students of pre-university or class 11th have to study 5 mandatory subjects and 1 optional subject. The 5 mandatory subjects are accountancy, which is a practical paper wherein the students study as to how business transactions are recorded, how does a company declare itself as a profitable company, and various other accounting concepts. Second mandatory subject is business studies, which is a complete theory paper which deals with various business principles, trade, and management. Economics is the third mandatory subject, which deals with the study of utilization of resources, demand and supply of resources, and also to determine how an individual or an organization should organize to determine the expected outcome. The fourth mandatory paper is 2 language papers, where English language is mandatory and other language paper is an option. Along with these mandatory subjects, 1 optional subject must be chosen from among 4. Statistics is a section of mathematics that deals with numerical data. Secondly, computer applications. It covers topics such as computer systems and organization, data management, which gives a basic understanding to the terms relating to computer science. Third subject is mathematics. It deals with the basic knowledge of math principles. Fourth optional subject is informatics practices, which is a paper of software related research. It covers software networking and coding concepts. Apart from these, students who are inclined towards athletics can choose physical education also. The very next question is what after PU? Well, there are 2 options wherein one can pursue graduation or professional courses. Let's move with the first course, that is graduation. After PU, one can join for undergraduation courses in any recognized college or institution. The course in undergraduation level are BCom, that is Bachelor of Commerce, which provides the knowledge about business, management, finance, economics, business statistics, etc. Next course is BBA, that is Bachelor's in Business Administration, which provides conceptual and theoretical knowledge about business opportunities. Third course is BBM, which deals with a strong foundation towards entrepreneur along with the management skills. The fourth course is BBA LLB, This course is a combination of study of law and business administration. It is a 5-year undergraduate law professional integrated course. Now coming to the eligibility for undergraduation. Any student who have pursued 12th class in commerce or any students who have completed 12th in any stream with subjects accounts, mathematics or economics can pursue undergraduation in commerce. The next step after undergraduation is post-graduation courses, which is MCom, MBA and MPhil. It gives a specialized and professionalized study with regard to undergraduation courses studied. Eligibility for post-graduation is students who have completed graduation in commerce from any recognized college or institute can apply for post-graduation courses. Among the stated 2 commerce courses, students can consider selecting from specialized fields such as accounting and finance, banking and finance, accounting and taxation, business administration, e-commerce, financial accounting, human resource, entrepreneurship, and auditing, which leads a way for students to grab more income. Moving on to the most likely question, what are the job opportunities that one can encash through commerce? Students who have pursued undergraduation can get a job as a junior accountant, HR manager, that is human resource manager, business executive, operation manager, accounts executive, and data analyst. These jobs are likely to fetch an income of around rupees 30,000 per month. However, it also depends on the company you work in. And the job opportunity for postgraduates are lecturing, marketing manager, cashier, senior accountant, BSFI sector, that is banking, financial services and insurance sector. These jobs are likely to fetch an income of around rupees 50,000 per month. However, again, it depends on the company you work in. Other than these, candidates can also get government jobs in any nationalized banks, income tax department and railways. However, it can be fetched after clearing certain exams called by the respective departments. The highest payers are those who certify themselves with the top commerce exams. So the top commerce exams are ICWAI, Institute of Cost and Works Accountant, also known as ICAI, Institute of Cost Accountants of India. Through completing the exams of this institute, one can be known as Cost and Management Accountant. It consists of 3 levels: foundation, intermediate and final examinations, and 3 years of practical training. It gathers an initial pay of rupees 35,000 per month. The second top commerce exam is ICSI, Institute of Company Secretaries of India. After completion of this course, one can be known as a company secretary. The student who has an urge to pursue this will have to undergo 3 stages, that is foundation program, executive program and professional program. A company secretary will be paid with an initial salary of rupees 35,000 per month. The next top commerce exam is ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. After pursuing this course, one can practice as a chartered accountant. It takes 5 years with 3 levels, that is first level CPT, Common Proficiency Test, second level IPCC, Integrated Professional Competence Course, third level FC, that is final course. A chartered accountant enjoys an average initial salary of rupees 70,000 per month. The details of these 3 top commerce examinations will be discussed in our next video. And here we reach to the end of this video, and yes, I hope this video was helpful.